So, gonna be a lot of them ranger actors of this thing, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. As a matter of fact, I think I heard that there's going to be at least one actor representing every single season at this convention.
And lots of them toys you like so much, right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Something that I'm really excited about, Chomsky, is that while other conventions are more general and they'll have some booths that have Power Rangers and Super Sentai toys, this convention, you know, pretty much every booth is going to have Power Rangers and Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, etc., etc. It's going to be awesome.
And you're finally gonna meet that Ranger Liz you did the game show collab with, ain't you? Head down.
Oh, definitely, and I'm really looking forward to meeting her. Sapphire Steffi, too, as well as lots of people from Twitter and YouTube. This is really going to be a great networking event, too.
Well, this sounds like fun. Let's get this haircut done and you can pack us up.
Pack you up? I was going to gently tuck you guys into my personal item backpack and then let you kind of hop around the plane, see what the stewardesses did.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Us robots, we got this sort of virtual reality / internet / imagination deal. We can shut down externally, boot up the VR webs deal, and have us a grand old time.
Huh. Kind of wish I could do that. I'm a little jealous. Alright, suitcase it is. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to a very special Super Ninja Steel hiatus video, not a comically long hiatus. If I'm looking a little bit scruffy right now, it's because I'm knee-deep in preparations for what this video is actually about. Just over 2 years ago, and I mean just, by like a week, I was lamenting the fact that I was not attending the Power Morphicon convention, but making the best of it by doing a video where I pretended that I was and picked a list of panels that I would be attending. An imaginary trip to Power Morphicon, using my imagination. However, the whole imaginary bit isn't going to be necessary this year. That's right, the Orange Ranger is making it to Power Morphicon this time around. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this kind of video could still be very useful and entertaining for people. You get to see my panel selection process, you get to learn the panels that are going on at Power Morphicon this time, and hey, if you are attending yourself, maybe this video will help you decide between which panels you're attending. Now, I have two pretty big disclaimers here, but they are kind of related. Number one, I'm not doing this just so people will know where to find me. I've said this about MomoCon, and I'm saying it about Power Morphicon. I'm not a guest of the convention, and I'm not so self-absorbed that I think people will want to try and track me down. If you are at Power Morphicon and you do want to meet me, just let me know in the comments or on Twitter, and I'm sure that we can make that happen. Number two, I reserve the right to change my mind about anything that I say in this video. I may attend a panel that I said I wasn't, not attend a panel that I said I was, go to lunch when I was going to go to a panel, etc., etc. Alright, with all that said, let's crack this schedule open and see where I'll be going. And by the by, I wrote this video before I started packing for the trip. Power Morphicon begins at 4 p.m. Pacific Time on Friday, August 17th with Thunderstorm, a Ninja Storm Dino Thunder panel, versus Suits and Stunts, a panel focused on suit actors and stunt people. I think I picked Suits and Stunts last year hoping to see some demonstrations, and that's what I'm doing this time. 5 p.m. doesn't provide the best options. We've got Super Morphin Time, which may also be called Mega Megaforce, a Super Samurai Super Megaforce panel, or make it a Lightspeed Rescue, which is kind of self-explanatory. So, what's that dealer's alley look like, huh? 6 p.m. is B-Squad Reunion SPD, a panel that will feature all 5 of the main SPD Rangers actors, or The Art of Voice Acting. I have spoken a number of times about loving voice acting and wanting to be a voice actor. 2 years ago, this was up against a Time Force panel, and it was a hard choice. This time around, sorry SPD, it's no contest. 7 p.m. is Shining Special Rangers, a panel with various auxiliary ranger actors, versus Making Props Masterclass, where Mark Richardson and Greg Aronowitz will talk about making props for Power Rangers. I might see if anybody was grabbing dinner at this point, but I'll hit the props panel if not. 8 p.m. brings us a No Pink Spandex live podcast and a Power Rangers trivia contest. Again, I wouldn't necessarily be heartbroken to miss either one of these. It'll give me a longer time to relax and enjoy dinner. But if I do go to one, it'll definitely be the trivia contest. I have a bit of an encyclopedic brain, so I'm usually pretty good at those. 9 p.m. is pretty easy, actually, and regardless of what I do for dinner, will bring me back to the convention. Why? Because it's a panel that I'm so interested in, I'd actually love to be on it one day. And sorry, that's clearly not Rocco Botte from Mega 64, who it turns out is a big Power Rangers fan. No, that would be YouTubers to the Rescue, which features popular Power Rangers-related YouTubers such as Andre of Black Nerd Comedy, Linkara, who does History of Power Rangers, and Chris Cantata, with others promised as well. Moving to Saturday, August 18th, the big convention day. At 10 a.m., there's actually only one panel, They Never Gave Up, Wild Force, since the other room is closed for setup. Nothing against Wild Force, but sleeping in and or getting some breakfast sounds like a plan here. 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. are so no contest that I'm actually a little surprised they bothered to counter-program them. And that's no offense at all to Faces of Evil, the Villains, at 11 a.m., a panel I said last year I was interested in attending, or Shades of Pink, a panel with various pink and other colored rangers at 12. But at 11 a.m., we have Hasbro Toys, Collectibles, and Games Power Hour, where I'd imagine we're going to get our first look at some Hasbro Power Rangers toys. And then at 12 p.m., the big one, Hasbro Special Presentation, Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. You know what's going on there, folks. This is going to be the panel where we meet the Beast Morphers cast. At least I think? I don't actually remember us having any big rumors on casting, any leaks. I guess they're keeping this pretty tight. Hey, we know something amazing is going to happen at this panel regardless. You just know it. I'm going to toss a little surprise at you folks here because I feel like I've been kind of predictable so far. The panels here get offset by some setup, so at 1 p.m. we've got Escape to Corinth, RPM, while at 1:15 we have a 25th anniversary MMPR panel featuring much of the original cast. So MMPR or RPM. Leave off the extra M for my apologies, but I will be heading to Corinth. RPM was an amazing show, and as I've said, I'm not super nostalgic about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I love the franchise as a whole. Besides, you know that panel's going to be packed. Though, actually, I believe at that point Saturday, I might be called away for a special project. I can't really say what that is yet, and I really hope that that doesn't bugster you. This is not freaking fair. What does Power Morphicon have against Time Force? They keep putting their panel up against something else awesome and making people choose. And this year it's even worse because it's something related to Time Force. Yes, at 2 p.m. we've got Timeless Wonders, the Time Force panel, and at 2:15 we have the Hyperforce panel. I'm going to give the slightest edge to Hyperforce because of its uniqueness, but come on! The con corrects for the time displacement after Time Force, funny enough, as they take another 15 minutes of setup and have a 30-minute Jason David Frank lightning round panel at 3:30, which is up against Shift into Turbo, which JDF could have been on, funny enough. That means it's time for lunch. 4 p.m. brings us MMPR Behind the Scenes, or Operation Magic Pizza, which will be an Overdrive, Mystic Force, Jungle Fury panel. So it's going to be a long lunch. 5 p.m. is going to be Forever Reds versus The Secrets of Casting Power Rangers with Iris Hampton. This seriously might be an even longer lunch, but for now, I say that we'll learn about what they look for in Rangers with Miss Hampton. At 6 p.m., there's a 30-minute panel for The Order, which at this point is really going to need some updates concerning when this Power Rangers actors fan film unrelated to Power Rangers is actually coming out, but maybe they'll be saved from some of that anger by everyone attending the other panel. A live reading of Shattered Grid comics by actors that have characters in them. Again, we see a quirk in the schedule that's a little frustrating. The Order's panel being 30 minutes allows for an extra long cosplay contest starting at 6:30, but the live reading doesn't get out until 7. The other panel is Adi Shankar talking about fan films, and considering he made Power/Rangers, that should be fascinating, but I can't wait to see those awesome costumes. 8 p.m. has 25 years of color-coded teenagers, the production history of Power Rangers, versus a Walter Jones VIP event. I'm not paying for VIP, but I'm actually probably going to be back in my room getting ready. Why? Because 9 p.m. brings us a pretty major event, but also a third really strange scheduling choice. At 9 p.m., Bruno and Mia of MMPR Toys have their panel, which I've heard is always fun and informative. It's scheduled against LGBT pride in Power Rangers, which I'd actually find pretty interesting even if it's not something that directly involves me. So I'm going to hang out with Bruno and Mia, right? Not necessarily. You see, the Angel Grove High School prom begins at 9 p.m. as well. Yes, we are all getting a chance to be students at the very first Power Rangers High School and attend the end of the year dance. Even if August is when school normally starts. Anyway, I have to admit that it's strange that any panels are counter-scheduled against the prom. Yes, the prom is going to go several hours into the night. The dance is something that you can attend and show up at any time, fashionably late, etc., etc. But, people are going to be getting ready for this, getting all dressed up, getting pretty. Even I have a suit ready to go. In the end, I think I'm going to try to swing getting ready for the prom and then still attending the MMPR Toys panel, yes, while dressed up, and then head over to the prom at about 10. Sunday, what a fun day. Or a sad day, because it's the last day of the convention, but hey. At least they upped the panel ante by opening a third room and giving us 3 choices instead of just 2. At 10 a.m., we've got True Blue, It Got Wild, Dino Supercharge, or Be Black, Go Green. I'll tell you the truth, it probably got wild the night before with some prom after parties, so hopefully I won't be black and blue, and I'll be resting up. 11 a.m. is Yell for Yellow, Super Sentai Legends, and Power Rangers en Español. The Super Sentai panel might be interesting, but I think I'm going to take this chance to browse the con floor again. 12 p.m. is a no-brainer once again, as Power Rangers on the big screen and a Super Mini Pla Power Rangers model contest pale in comparison to Boom Studios Presents Shattered Grid and Beyond. Doesn't that panel just also scream first reveal of stuff? I guess 30 minutes on this Power Rangers actors fan film, unrelated to anything actually involving Power Rangers, isn't going to suffice, as The Order actually gets a full hour panel on Sunday, along with a live edition of the Ranger Danger Boom Room podcast that is going to be paying farewell to MMPR comic writer Kyle Higgins. However, I will be attending a panel on fan films and web series, because I really like those and it seems interesting. Ooh, tough choice at 2 p.m. Lost Galaxy in space, that's okay, I can pass. But we've got a Maritoku 24 Years of VR Troopers versus a fan film contest. Including VR Troopers in the title kind of worries me a little about how much they're going to focus on that specifically, which I don't even really consider a Maritoku, seeing as it adapted Japanese footage just like Power Rangers. And having just been to a fan film panel, I'll just stay put and watch the entries. 3 p.m. MMPR Villains, Zeo Quest, Chilling with the Voice Actors. By now, my choice should be pretty obvious. 4 p.m., Fujiyama Ichiban and a panel called Our Powerful Fandom, that doesn't have a description, but still the name sounds interesting, probably can't beat out Bulk and Skull End PMC. What rules does the Anaheim Convention Center have about pies? And at 5 p.m., we laugh and we cry at the closing ceremonies. Whew! I'm exhausted and I haven't even left yet. This is going to be an amazing, life-changing experience for me, and you are going to get to experience it with me, as you know that I will be vlogging the entire thing for Unmorphed. And don't worry, I am going to be keeping in mind to record more of the experience, the convention, and not just monologue at the camera for 30 minutes plus. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining and informative, and if you are attending the Power Morphicon convention, I hope that it helped you with your planning. And I will say it again, if you are going to be at Power Morphicon, please come find me and say hello. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of cool people. That is going to do it for this every 2 years, I suppose, at this point, Super Ninja Steel hiatus video. Thank you folks so much as always for watching. In the comments below, let me know if you're attending Power Morphicon and what are you most excited about if you are. And if you're not attending Power Morphicon, let me know what you're most excited to hear about. Maybe that will affect the way that I tweet out information and what videos I get out faster. So let me know that down in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, especially now, because I'm going to be cranking out this Power Morphicon content live and on the scene. I'm expecting to have rather high-quality Wi-Fi in my hotel, so I'll be able to just get these videos out as soon as they're done, and that's something that I'm very much looking forward to. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring that bell so you get notified of whenever I post all of my Power Morphicon content. And if you want to toss me in a little bit of tip change, this trip is a little bit expensive, but again, I'm not seriously asking, just if you want to, you can head over to digitaltipjar.com/orangerangervid, toss whatever little tip change you want into my tip jar, and I would greatly appreciate that. Now, there happens to be a cat pawing at the window that I need to let in, and I should probably finish packing, seeing as my flight leaves in about 14 hours, and it's a 2-hour drive away from here to get on the plane. So, until next time, heroes, may the power protect you.